Hey everybody, it's Kyle. I am coming to you on this super crazy early Saturday morning. Why is that? You know why. It's Record Store Day 2022. April 23rd, fools. What an early morning. I'll tell you why I'm doing a little bit earlier this time. And that's going to be, I'm going to start, but let me get a timer in here because I'm not sure if I can do this without following regulations. Can I get a timer started? Okay, ready? And go. All right. So this is the beginning of my old man bitch fest. Are you ready? All right, here it is. I've been trying not to go with too much negativity at the top of the show. This is a special report, so I'm going to make a special exception. All right, here's my old man bitch. Record Store Day. I was kind of looking through different record store groups yesterday, record groups, and we were talking about different things, and somebody showed some pictures of some assholes that were camped out in line in front of a record store yesterday morning, Friday morning, so 24 hours before Record Store Day officially starts. And I don't know if this was a joke or not because I didn't even look to see if she had an album on there, but somebody made a joke that they're waiting for a Taylor Swift record. So that's totally believable, by the way, for two reasons. Number one, Taylor Swift has had records on Record Store Day, so that's not out of the realm of possibility. Number two, people who are buying Taylor Swift records probably don't understand that it's not so limited of a limited edition. I mean, I think if she does have an album, I bet it has 15, 20, or even 30,000 copies that'll be available. So you could get that shit in a week from now, no problem. They're not going to vanish off the shelves today. I know the last one that she had one, I saw them in the Record Store Day piles for quite a while. So it's not going to just disappear because not everybody believes that Taylor Swift is magical, guys. I understand being excited about it, and you got your Crosley at home, and you want to open that suitcase up and play your new Taylor Swift cream tan vinyl. I get it. And yeah, I'm being a little bit of an asshole there, I'll admit it. I get it, though. I understand that excitement. I understand that's what you want to do. And I have no problem with it, man. But you don't need to be waiting in line 24 fucking hours before this begins. Okay? That's the type of shit that's going to turn this into Black Friday horse shit. So please fucking quit it. Please stop now. Do not ruin this. This is not what Record Store Day is about. And I know I'm not an official authority of vinyl. I'm not saying that. I buy records and stuff because I love listening to music, period. But I really like listening to music on records, on vinyl. And the reason why is because I forgot how much I was in love with the tactility of the record sleeves and the actual sleeve inside of the cover and stuff like that, and all the pictures and all the cool stuff, or even the actual vinyl itself. I love picking it up and touching it and holding it. I just love it. So that's why I'm into it. And I'm not saying that I'm better than Taylor Swift fans or anything like that. I'm just saying that they're kind of missing the point. If you only go today to your local record store and you've waited in line for 24 hours for a Taylor Swift album, and then we don't see you at that record store again until the next special Taylor Swift album, fuck you. That's not what this is about at all. And it's not cool that you're there clogging all this shit up and making it rough, because that's not what this is about. I've said before, the funniest story I can remember about this is there was a Black Friday Record Store Day. It might have even been last year. And I think I was talking to my wife, and she said something like, oh, well, be careful if you're going on Black Friday. It was last year. And I said, oh, no, This crowd's not like that. This crowd's more like, oh, I'm sorry, I picked this up. Did you want this? Oh, here, go ahead. I know it's the last one, but I don't need it. I've got plenty of records. That's kind of how that crowd is. It's not madcap racing, knocking people over, pushing over old ladies to get a record. That's not what Record Store Day is about. Record Store Day is about supporting your local record store, and a sign of the significance of doing that by going and buying something from a local business and keeping these record stores in business, okay, for a long time. Not for 1 or 2 or even 3 days a year, for all days of the year, okay? That's what Record Store Day is about. It's not about the new Anybody album. They put out special albums and stuff like that today to get people in, but the hopes is they'll come into the record store, they'll enjoy that environment and the crowd and everything so much that they'll come back to the record store on a regular basis and become vinyl aficionados, you know? Anyway, it just really was really sad. It was a real big bummer. Oh shit, I gotta hurry up. Okay, real big bad bummer and everything. The timer's about ready to go out on the old man rant. And anyway, so yeah, don't do that anymore. All right, thanks. Boop. All right, old man rant and bitching timer is out, and here we are. But anyway, that's my feelings on that, guys. So I am going to take a quick break this morning, and as you can tell, probably by listening to this, my Zoom recorder was fucking flipping out again. I really don't understand it, because I had it working again, and it seemed to be working pretty good, and now it's acting ridiculous. So I don't know. I'll figure it out, but it's kind of annoying. One thing that I do think is that this is how old of a piece of technology this is. It specifically says in the manual, and I read this somewhere else too, that it doesn't take SDHC cards. So that's the SD cards. HC is for high capacity. So anything above 2 gigabytes is considered high capacity. And so I don't even have any SD cards that are lower than that. To be honest with you, I thought the lowest I had was an 8. And that's what I was using in it, recording these episodes for a while. But I do have a 4, but that's SDHC also. But I reformatted it and everything within the Zoom H4 recorder, and it seemed to be working okay. And I started recording even this morning. It seemed to be working fine. So I was in pretty good shape, I thought. And then I noticed the light wasn't blinking anymore towards the end of recording that first stretch there. And I looked and it said the memory card's full. Well, there's no way the memory card's full. I could record for 25 hours or 50 hours, and the memory card wouldn't be full if it's 4 gigabytes, okay? So something's fucked up in there. I hope I don't have a lemon of a device, and I don't know where the hell I'm going to find some SD cards that are 2 gigabytes or lower that are not SDHC, because I would imagine, I think I did have one that was 1 gigabyte, but it was SDHC. They can be marked that way, even though they're lower capacity. Regardless, I know that's boring bullshit talk. Record Store Day talk's probably a little bit better, and you probably really don't even care about that. So, pardon me. Anyway, guys, I am on my happy way. Let me make sure that part gets cut out. All right. Anyway, guys, I am on my happy way to go pick up some of these records that I'm after, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to come across everything I'm after. Really, the only record that I am after or interested in that they may just have 1 or 2 copies of would be Michael Oldfield's Tubular Bells 2. I think there's only 1,000 copies nationwide of that particular record, which means if there's 50 states, that means there would be 20 per state. I'm hoping that the particular record store I go to would have a couple copies, maybe 1. I don't know, but I hope that I'm early enough in line. I should be there about 6:20. I hope I'm early enough in line that I can just hop right on in there and grab that, and it's not a problem. I guess we'll see. That's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. I am going to throw it over to Kyle for a quick ad. And when I come back, I will have already garnered whatever vinyl it is that I'm going to be picking up today. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit about it. Let me throw it over to Kyle. Hey, Kyle. All right, and we're back. Okay, everybody. I pretty much got everything I wanted. I actually got the very last copy they had there of Childish Gambino's Kauai. I was getting nervous, man. And just like I told you guys before I took the break there, I guess there was a Taylor Swift album that came out today in this record store day. So that's what the big deal was. And anyway, again, they're going to have like 40,000 copies of that damn thing. You don't need to go wait in line for a Taylor Swift album. I promise you, even a record store day album, okay? It will not be rare. Probably ever, okay? All right, anyway. Childish Gambino, I got that one, Kauai. I'm pretty excited about that. There was like 15,000 copies of that one. But I saw, first of all, there were kids in line, which I get now because of the whole Taylor Swift thing. But these kids didn't buy any Taylor Swift, man. They were buying Childish Gambino, and they also bought another one I got, which is Czarface, Zarmageddon. It looks really cool. I'll take pictures of the artwork and stuff in these. I don't think there's much in anything except the Czarface one, but that one looks really cool, man. So I'm excited about those two. And then, of course, the one that I feared I would not get because they didn't have very many is Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells 2, but I did get a copy. They had 2 copies, probably the same 2 when they started. To be honest, nobody wants that except me. Nah, some people do. It's just kind of one of those things you either have a taste for or you don't. I'm hoping it'll kind of grow on my wife a little bit because I love listening to it. It's not exactly something I'm going to put on to dance around and cook breakfast, but it is something that I would put on, while I'm working on a model or something like that, which I'm hoping to get to do a little bit of maybe today. I know we're going to go over to our buddy Julie's probably and hang out tonight, and I'll probably spin at least this Childish Gambino album, and I've got some other ones too, like This Is Big Audio Dynamite I'll be spinning. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I got the 3 I really, really set out for, which is Childish Gambino's Kauai, Czarface, Zarmageddon, and Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells 2. Those 3 were the ones I was really, really looking at. I got all 3 of them. What I did not get that I kind of had on the back burner, but I was really interested in also, was the Brand New Heavies. I love that record. When I got it on cassette when I was a kid, and I listened to it quite a bit. And I was kind of hoping, I had it on, cassette. I was hoping to grab that, but when I was leaving, I was checking out. The guy's like, did you get everything you were after? And I said, almost, man. They didn't have the Brand New Heavies, and apparently that one just didn't happen, he said. So I don't know if they didn't actually come out with it in time, or the other alternative is that it could be that it was just a European release, which is possible. He said there were a couple others. I heard him talking. He said there were a couple others that people were looking for that were only released in Europe. He was like looking for them, and people were like, oh, I got mine here in Belgium, and stuff like that, but they weren't here in the United States. So there were a couple of soul records I was looking at, but I just don't know, I mean, the Soul Slabs Volume 2 that I got that one time, I'm so happy I got it. I love that double record from Coal Mine Records, their best ones. Or actually, that was Volume 3. I would love to have Volume 1 and Volume 2, but they're pretty pricey if you can find them. And I don't know if they're ever going to put out a Volume 4. I have no idea. But I will get it if they do. But yeah, so I'm happy. I mean, it's not, I don't know, man. The only thing I'll say is, I don't want to be waiting in line with people that are talking about fucking video games, dude. I hate to be a dick, but, I go to 7th Heaven to get away from that. talk about that shit elsewhere. I don't care if you're here to buy records. That's great, man. I love to see kids getting into it. But I don't want to hear about your character in Anthem or whatever the hell it is that you're playing. I don't care. And I know it's a free country. You're free to talk about whatever you want. To be honest with you, it's really this old man's fault. I'm going on another old man rant. It's really this old man's fault because I didn't bring my earbuds. Big mistake. Dumb, Kyle, bring your earbuds always. Next time I will not make that mistake. But hopefully Taylor Swift quits putting her fucking albums out on Record Store Day. Sorry, Swifties. No offense, man. Between those kids standing in line and getting there a day early and waiting, camping outside overnight and shit, and then, the hipster in front of me drinking fucking iced coffee and trying to act like he's breakdancing to impress his girlfriend. It just... alright? It's like, I bet if you go to that dude's house, all he's got is new records. He doesn't have any classic records. I know. I'm being a dick. I'm being snarky, but damn it, it is the Dad Snark Podcast, and this is a special report about something I really love, which is records and vinyl, and music. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm very happy with what I got. I'm very happy. I was so thankful I got that last Childish Gambino copy, man, because I think they had like 10. 9 were gone before I got there, and I was probably about 23rd, 24th in line. Yeah, I got there at 6 a.m. sharp, guys, and there was almost 25 people ahead of me. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's not what Record Store Day is usually like, and I know I'm bitching, and there's people all over that went to Record Store Day and didn't get what they wanted, and they're very upset, and there were 100 people in line in front of them, so wham boo-hoo, right? Anyway, got what I wanted. Thank you guys for listening. Another Record Store Day special report, and I will come back at you guys real soon. I'll put a link in the notes here with the images of the records and the artwork and stuff, and you can check that out. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you guys next time, and I just mowed my lawn last night, so get off my lawn.